Yo, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet Violet VGC video. I'm your host, Jose Rocks, and today we have another episode of Journey Through VGC. The current format we are in is Regulation F. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Alright, welcome back everyone. So this is going to be our second video with our Porygon team. I hope you guys enjoyed the first one, and I hope we were able to showcase Porygon Z very well in that first game, or in the first video. In this video, we're going to be able to showcase a lot more components of this team, so stay tuned for that. There's a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Pokepaste down in the description below. And if you guys like this type of content, go ahead and subscribe for me, because we're chasing 500 subscribers. We are only 100 subscribers away from that, so every subscribe, at this point helps. And we're 100 away at the time of making this video. Not sure how close, we might be a little bit closer by the time I post this video, but we're 100 away at the time of making it. But like I said, every subscription helps to help us grow, and we continue to put out really good content. If you guys like these type of teams, just stay tuned, because I'm going to continue to feature them, and I have a bunch of other teams already set in my team builder, just waiting for them to get in the game, and we'll be able to showcase those as well. But that's going to be it for our intro, and let's get into these battles. Alright, we have our first match of the day, and we have Hard Trick Room here with Urshifu. Most likely Dark, since it's right next to Araquanid, and he has Ursaluna, Physical, Hatterene, Torkoal, and Didi. I kind of want to leave Farigiraf. And just pressure Trick Room. Urshifu. Bundle looks good in the end game once Trick Room is not up. And I think Iron Hands as well. Alright, Didi had a ring. Okay, let's just remove the redirection token one. It's probably a Dazzling Gleam here if I had to guess. I think it's gonna Tera. If you're tearing in Didi here, then that means, are you still gonna try to go for Trick Room? And are you Rocky Helmet? It's not Rocky Helmet. Alright. Perfect. And he took the bait and then go for Trick Room, so that's kind of what we wanted. But Indeedee not going down that turn is not good. I think he's gonna go for Trick Room this turn, so I want to reverse it. Click Wicked Blow in the Hatterene. I know he wants Trick Room up, and I don't think that Hyper Voice is gonna kill Hatterene. It has really good special defense. If we get this call right, I think we just win. Come on, click Trick Room for me. Nice. We know they want Trick Room, and since I didn't go for it turn one, we know they're gonna try to get it up the next turn. Nice. So now you don't have your redirection. Oh, it is Urshifu though. Would you be slow Urshifu here? So Urshifu's a good one to have in the back, but we are faster, so we take that mind game out of the equation. We can KO Farigiraf here, but now we should have our bundle in the back. Farigiraf did his part. It's a 3v2, but he still has a full health Urshifu there. And I figured that his Urshifu would probably be slower. And there's Ursaluna. Alright, so what is Ursaluna usually tearing into? We can't protect here to scout. We can't afford to protect here. Ursaluna should be the one to Tera here, so I think I have a free close combat in the Urshifu here. I think Tera here serves me well, because I mean, if he goes for a normal type attack in the arm bundle, Stellar Tera is not going to help me here. And Iron Hands in the back is Fire Tera, so it still takes super effective damage for ground type moves. So I think this is the correct play. Alright. So what is it gonna be here? Who's tearing? Oh, we didn't go for a tear and we miss. But he's not focused Sash. Okay, so that's probably like Choice Band Urshifu if I had to guess. And it is Facade into Bundle. So we get that right with the 2020 Pokevision. As well as 2020 Pokevision on that Farigiraf reverse trick room play. So can we get that in the chat for us, please? Alright, so now we just freeze dry. Oh, he teared into... I forgot he teared Indeedee, so he can't Tera here because we knocked it out already. So close combat was always guaranteed a win into Ursaluna. So I should have been for that play. So my apologies, guys. I missed that play. It is my first game of the day, so I'm getting my brain started. But we were able to pick up that win. Yeah, he teared Indeedee and I knocked it out. But I did forget that he already teared so soon. Yeah, the turn that we won this game was getting that Farigiraf call in the trick room. We called it turn 1 that he wasn't gonna go for it and scout to see if I had Imprison or a trick room myself. And then turn 2 after he saw okay he's not going for trick room. I need to get my trick room up ASAP. So we knew that he was gonna go for it that second turn. And I figured that Hyper Voice at +1 would not, even though a single target would not finish off the Hatterene from that range. So we went for the correct play that turn. But let's get into the next one. All right, we have Stevie Ray here. Torkoal Lilligant. Oh, this is the Cybertron team that was going around Regulation E, like right at the end. It's pretty strong. So what do I have that covers most of his leads that he can go with? If I was Fairy Tera on Farigiraf, that would cover every single lead. I still want to go Farigiraf. I think Farigiraf Bundle is a good lead. Urshifu in the back because it's Psy Spam. And Entei for the fact that he has Torkoal. I actually think Porygon, if Porygon gets positioned here, Porygon can just do so much damage across the board. The Pokemon I'm most afraid of is Lilligant. If he goes for like a combo of Lilligant Armarouge, that'll be extremely scary for me. And this team has so many leads, it's hard to cover for everything, right? But he's just going for pure damage. Alright, so what I want to do is Helping Hand. Icy Wind. And reduce that dragon type damage. It is Choice Scarf Regidrago with Dragon Tera. He should go for Follow Me or Helping Hand, right? I could have just went for Freeze Dry here. But at least he's not getting tripped on that. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Okay, Iron Bundle. This still probably gonna one-shot bundle. Because it's Helping Hand, Dragon Tera. Oh, we survived! Okay, I think he's gonna switch Drago. So I'm gonna Hyper Voice here, Encore Indeedee in the Helping Hand. Yes, you got that call right. Now he wants to sweep the Trick Room, but there's no Trick Room here for you. Nice. He helped it get onto the field, pretty much. Alright. I can't believe Bundle survived that. The EVs I have on this bundle are absolutely insane. Alright, so we're gonna go for Hyper Voice here. Does he get Trick Room up with Armarouge though? I think he does, but that's bad for his Drago in the back. But it should be Torkoal as his last one. I think we just go for this though. He doesn't know that I don't. He should know that I don't have Hydro Pump though. Okay, he's got a hard switch. It's a Regidrago. Oh, so he's sacking the Drago. Oh. Okay, so you're getting Indeedee back in. But I can just click Trick Room with Farigiraf. At this point, I know you trying to do everything you can to get in the Torkoal. I can't Encore you because you're gonna follow me. There's so many plays that I can go for here. If he doesn't go for Follow Me, then I could Encore Armarouge to protect. But you just saw me Encore lock your Indeedee. Would you really not go for Follow Me here? I expect Follow Me Trick Room. Yeah. Okay. The best play he can make is to actually attack with Armarouge. Oh, he went for it. Oh, but he double KO'd. Wait, that works in my favor. Oh, that's game. because now I just KO Entei. Yeah, that worked in my. I'm actually happy that he's Life Orb Rouge that he KO'd Farigiraf. That would have been a bad spot if he didn't KO Farigiraf. But now I just Wicked Blow. And try attack. And if you follow me, then try attack just knocks out Armor. His last should be Torkoal, right? Because I feel like he definitely wants Trick Room up. But it could be Ursaluna. Oh, okay, he doesn't even go for follow me, so. Either way, we were taking a double KO there. And this just works in our favor in case he's Rocky Helmet and Entei. We keep our Sash on Urshifu, right? And we just take a little chip with Porygon, and that puts us in a good spot. It is Ursaluna. Okay. But he Tera'd Regidrago, so this is just close combat. And actually, we can Stella Tera here. Make sure we remove it. And try attack. Yeah, that Armor Rouge being as powerful as it was actually helped us, because I think if it wasn't Life Orb, Farigiraf would have survived that turn. I'm shocked he didn't try to get Trick Room up, knowing that I'm clicking like Hyper Voice with Farigiraf. But Farigiraf Iron Bundle lead is very strong. He just protects, but I mean Urshifu goes through protect. Surprise, surprise. If you just started playing Pokemon in Gen 9 or Gen 8, welcome to Urshifu, the Pokemon that can go right through protect. That didn't exist in the previous gens before Gen 8. And its attack is not quartered. I think Urshifu is broken still. But I think that a healthy balance for it would make, when it goes through Protect, that its damage is quartered. Kind of like how Dynamax moves through Protect and Z moves through Protect were. I think that would help balance out Urshifu just a little bit more. But that's going to be it for that battle. Let's get into the next one. Alright. Landorus Dusclops. That's pretty cool. Raging Bolt, Tyranitar, Ogerpon, and King Gambit. Ogerpon looks like it does work here. I feel like Iron Hands is really good into Tyranitar, so I want to bring it. I'm feeling Urshifu Bundle, Entei, Iron Hands. Actually, I'm feeling Farigiraf. And the reason I'm feeling Farigiraf is we can stop the Thunderclaps from the Raging Bolt if that chooses to come. Entei really only beats King Gambit. The King Gambit might not even come here. You can't bring everything, right? You have to leave something. I think Landorus stays home. I think Tyranitar comes. I think Ogerpon comes. But he can't bring all 6. Alright, let's grab some Raging Bolt. So I kind of want to switch out here. Actually, can I be cheeky? If he's going to go for Thunderclap turn 1, can I just Encore you? Tera. Close combat. I'm pretty sure Dusclop's gonna Tera here. Maybe it's a fairy. I just want to get big damage onto a Raging Bolt. Yep. Oh, he didn't Tera Dusclops. He's not even going for Trick Room. Okay, so let's get Farigiraf in here. That's a good play to burn my Urshifu. But if you just miss Will-O-Wisp, I think you kind of lose the game. But we encore Raging Bolt into Thunderclap, so now it can't really attack. Now it has to switch next turn. Oh, he switches immediately, so props to him because I could have encored it. Dusclops too. Oh, he switches it though. Is this Tyranitar? Oh, that's a good switch. That's a really good double switch. Let's see what Tera's here. He keeps switching. You have to Tera here, right? Because close combat still does a lot of damage to you. Yeah, okay. So he does Tera. Is it flying? Fairy. Okay. If he has Tera Blast, that is not good. We do have Heavy Slam to hit it though. I have not used my Dark Tera yet, so this should still do a decent amount to Dusclops. It's probably gonna burn my Iron Hands though, now that I think about it. He does miss. Okay. Tyranitar is so threatening here, man. Like, knockoff into Farigiraf is just very strong. But he is getting chipped down, so I can't say that. So we lose Urshifu here. Oh, he went for Tera Blast into that stuff. That's interesting. I wouldn't be able to reverse trick him here, right? Because he has knockoff. I think I just go for raw damage. He's not going for knockoff. Alright. So Farigiraf is looking strong here. I mean, you just faint next turn and we stay alive. Yeah, you just sucker punch here, right? You switching anything is taking a lot of damage from Hyper Voice. You know Dusclops wants to Nightshade. This game has been pretty unorthodox, but I think we're slowly getting to a position where we can win. Iron Hands is looking good now that we're not burnt and Tyranitar goes down now. Tera Fairy is interesting on Tyranitar. It's very strong with Tera Blast. It's a pretty good Tera. Oh, he does switch it, so he wants to sand back up, I guess, for his Ogre Prime. But Iron Bundle should still be able to deal with that once Trick comes over. All we need to do is chip it. Yeah, and I went for Hyper Voice in case he switched in Rage and Bolt, but this is still, at least we're breaking the sturdy. And Farigiraf's the slowest thing on the field. And he can't click Thunderclap. Urshifu's been burnt, but it's still just chipping things down, and that's all I've needed it to do, honestly. Let's click Hyper Voice again and close combat. We're slower than Ogre Prime. And he cancels. Let's go. Whew, that was such an unorthodox. Look at this picture. That was such an unorthodox game, but we were still able to win it. We didn't lose a single mind either. So really good board positioning in that game. Really good showcase of board positioning. I think the turn that he could have been in a really good spot is if he went for like knockoff into Farigiraf instead of Tera Blast. But I get that he was reading me stalling him out. The Trick Room turns are pretty much just stalling out sand or just wasting attacks while I chip down Tyranitar. So what he went for, the reason he went for Tera Blast into Farigiraf instead of knockoff into Farigiraf was because he was covering for the Iron Hand switching in to eat the knockoff, right? And that makes sense if you just want to keep your Farigiraf around, but I'm glad that I just stayed in and just clicked Hyper Voice, right? Because it ended up working out for us. And we were able to survive that Tera Blast. But that's going to be it for that battle. Let's get into one final game. All right, we have our final match, and it's going to be against Archaladon, Incineroar, Tornadus, Urshifu, Rillaboom, and Flutter. So against these Tailwind teams, we always want to bring this core, right? I mean, it just literally stops you from being able to play Tailwind. And if you lead Incineroar, like, we can just remove it with Iron Hands, clear Amulet. It's just what this set was bought for, right? That's the reason why we have it. Porygon is going to be good into Archaladon in case he gets his defense boosted up. And Urshifu is also really good here. I want to bring Bundle. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring Bundle over Urshifu because it's just so good into his team. And outside of Trick Room, Bundle can really slow a lot of things down. And still deal good damage with Freeze Dry. So this is what we planned for. Incineroar's threatened immediately, right? They're both threatened by Iron Hands. I could switch in Rillaboom on the Tornado slot. I think I just want to close combat Incineroar and Trick on. Yeah, so that's switching probably Rillaboom if I had to guess. Makes sense. You knock off my clear amulet, but I'm only using that to negate Incineroar. I'm using it to negate your Intimidates, but now your Intimidate is gone. So guys, this is why you use clear amulet Iron Hands in this format with close combat, because that's what you do to Incineroar, right? It can't intimidate you, and now you just threaten with a one-hit KO. I think his best chance was to parting shot there to try to reduce. Well, he can't parting shot Iron Hands with the clear amulet. So he's probably hoping that I wild charge the Tornadus and he knocks off my clear amulet so he can switch out Incineroar and cycle on me, right? That's probably what his plan was, but now he's just like in a really, we don't need the Tera here. He's in a really bad spot now. Rain Dance. Who are you setting up? Woodhammer may KO Iron Hands since I'm going to be -2 defense. Oh, I went for Wild Charge. Woodhammer might not kill it. I thought I went for close combat anyway. But this is high horsepower. So we survive. So now we get a free close combat off into something that comes in. I suspect Urshifu. Oh, Archaladon. I'm just gonna close combat in Hyper Voice. You should Tera Archaladon, right? But now you're gonna take neutral damage from Hyper Voice. And Farigiraf and Iron Hands continues to just destroy these Tailwind teams. And Farigiraf being so common in the format now is the reason why Tailwind teams are falling off. Because like it's just you can't use priority against it. You can't use your Tornadus the way you want to. And they want to bring Tornadus because we have Bundle and Urshifu and Porygon and Entei, right? We look fast. So you Tera, but now you're neutral to Hyper Voice. And I have Porygon in the back as well. As now you're weak to Freeze Dry from Arm Bundle once Trip comes over. So nice. Defense boost is fine. We have special attackers in the back. Nice, and Iron Hands is just picking up KO after KO. Like his team is really weak to clear amulet Iron Hands. And it makes sense to bring Incineroar against Iron Hands because Incineroar is the reason why Iron Hands doesn't see more usage. But now, like when you're not really using a bunch of special attackers, well, he does have Flutter Mane, but the Assault Vest is really to help you deal with to stay alive against Flutter Mane, right? You just have to build your team in a way where you can deal with Flutter Mane. And that's kind of why we have the Fire Terror with the Heavy Slam combo, which can help you remove Flutter Mane, so you don't have to worry about having the Assault Vest. And close combat still just does so much damage here. Battles Council. Let's go. Oh man, this team is still good. And it's, I wouldn't say like still good like it's the same team that I used before, but it's very reminiscent of the team that I hit rank 1 with. Has a lot of similar, you know, play to it. Just a lot of items and a couple mons switched around. But the concept of it is still the same, and it still works in this format. But let's get into a final review. Alright, so getting into a final review with this team is absolutely incredible. Porygon Z, sorry, is still really good Pokemon. It needs speed control, and with, you know, being able to outspeed a lot of the things in the format, everything except Regieleki, at -1 is just really valuable for it once you go for those icy winds. And Tri Attack just does so much damage with Life Orb and adaptability, right? And you could go with the Hyper Beam set. The only thing is that there's a lot of ghost types and ghost terrors running around the format right now. So, and Dragonite is like a really good Pokemon in this format, as well as Farigiraf and Ursaluna. Even though Ursaluna can still hit like ghost types, Farigiraf, Dragonite, and Ursaluna physical existing means there's a lot of normal coverage going around. So that means there's more ghost terrors and more ghost types, which makes it harder to use the Porygon with the Hyper Beam, right? And once you lock in the Hyper Beam, you can't move the next turn, which is why you do pick up one hit KO. Like Porygon is easy to knock out the next turn when it's immobile, right? So that's kind of why I chose to, not go around that Hyper Beam. But Shadow Ball ended up working out. We showcased it in a couple of the games, and it was really good for us. Iron Bundle continues to be like the MVP of these type of teams. It's just so good. Urshifu is good as well. The Urshifu, Farigiraf, Iron Hands core is always going to be like a strong set that you can put on any team. And Entei was okay. Entei, I really wasn't that impressed with this Choice Band set. I think it's going to be a lot better if there was a Chien-Pao on this team. So I would probably, if I was going to change anything on this team, I would actually change Entei out for Ogerpon Fire. That's initially what I had with this team, but when I first built this team, Entei was doing really well in the format, and I felt like it having inner focus would kind of help it, have like a different niche and do well into what I was trying to build it for. But I do think that Ogerpon Heartflame was a better fit in that slot because Entei really wasn't that impressive to me while using this team. I did like have chances to where it could have been good, but I didn't really see the vision for it. And I think that Heartflame Wellspring gives me a better matchup into Lilligant Torkoal, right? Because you threaten being immune to Spore and also tearing it to fire, so now you resist the eruptions from Torkoal. So in my opinion, it would have been better. So that's something that you can do to improve this team. I think that's something that I might try out just to try to make this team a little bit better. But like I said, this team is really fun. I recommend that you guys give it a try. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Like I said, the only downside is just Entei didn't show up as much as it could. But if you're trying this team out, you might have a lot more success with Entei because you might, be more equipped to use it. You might use Entei more in this format. So you're like, okay, I love Entei. I know how to use it. I see how I can work better on this team, right? And like I said, it has enough speed investment as well to outspeed everything except Regieleki with the Icy Wind drop, right? Same as the Porygon. But that's going to be it for these battles. There's rental code up at the top right. There's a Pokepaste down in the description below. And we're trying to hit 500 subscribers, so I would appreciate if you guys please leave a subscribe. Turn on those post notifications because we're posting Pokemon content all the time. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, deuces.